I'm never disappointed by the artist. I love their freedom too. They have to surprise. They can't do always the same things. They have to go further. And I love to watch their work. And I congratulate them for that.
Hello and welcome to Art Goes On, a podcast featuring art people on how they keep the art world running. Here they will share their vision of the present and a glimpse of the future. I'm your host, Pierre de Montesquieu, recording from Paris, France, so please, pardon my English. Before we start, as we try to make this show interactive, here's a quick reminder to follow our Instagram account, @AskArtGoesOn, where you'll be able to ask questions to upcoming guests. Now, on to today's show. Today I have the honor to receive a woman who creates clothes, but is not a fashion designer. I am pleased to welcome the art collector and patron, Agnès B. Hi Agnès.
Hello.
Thank you for being with us. So how art is going for you?
We need art. I always needed art. I'm sure artists have been even confined, but they have been deep in themselves, I imagine. Me as a stylist, I've been expressing myself in different ways. Where I am, I live in an old house near Versailles, close to a village, and I love the garden. I saw the spring, and I took many pictures of the spring. All the dates are on, so we can see what happens, and then lilac and muguet and everything. It's beautiful. So it's inspiring, and I hope artists can work in their own mind. You need time, you need to think, and you express yourself, even after, when they're no more confined at home. I'm sure they are going to work. And the next show at La Fab, which is the place where I have my collection shown, we closed 2 months ago, and we reopened mid-June with L'Art Dies, the theme of the show we have. We're going to have it until mid-August, and I'm very happy about this. Boldness is, I like it, and I like it because I like, for instance, Gilbert and George. We make T-shirts with their writings, saying don't catch it, don't spread it. So we make T-shirts. He makes some. I give them a lot of T-shirts to give to their friend in London. They give them to the shops around them, to put this thing in the windows everywhere. Don't catch it, Gilbert and George. So they are implicated for coronavirus, for their area, which is East London, and I'm showing a big piece in La Fab from them.
And for this exhibition starting mid-June at La Fab, you're going to show young artists.
We have 2 places, which is La Fab, where I show my collection, with pieces by Gilbert and George and Basquiat and Louis Bourgeois. And we have La Galerie du Jour, which I opened in 84, Rue du Jour. And the name is still Galerie du Jour. That means fish of the day, we are always on the day. Galerie du Jour, I like the name, in fact. And we are going to show girls and boys under 30, born after 1990. And there are artists using oil, quite figurative and very new for painting in France, and I'm happy about this movement.
Will there be only French artists?
Yes, only French artists from Paris or around. People I know have been showing already separately sometimes pieces, and then all together there are 7, and I'm very happy about that. You can see the list of the artists on our site. I like them all, and they are very different, and I already bought some pieces for my collection from them. And Bruno Gaden makes landscape by night, very beautiful. So we have nice people. Les Thibidois. You will see the list, it's better.
You are a very busy woman usually. How has been your day-to-day life with the lockdown?
I've been here, so I've been creating, I've been working, I've been thinking, I've been reading, I've been listening to music, and I've been with myself, which is incredible because I'm not used. I have 5 children, I have a big family, and I've been working always. It's the first time in my life I have 2 months and a half being here in the house, which I love.
And you have also made masks.
Yes, masks and blouses. We make 2,000 blouses and we make masks, different masks in our materials. And I design a mask with a little smile, with different color of lipstick. It's going to be in Agnès shop quite soon. And for men, there is only the drawing of the mouth, but it makes something nice.
You were telling me that you had a lot of time for yourself. How did you use it for your inspiration?
Anything, I catch the ideas. I say always something fools on another piece, and I love the colors together. And then I create a dress about these two colors together, and you catch ideas like papillon, butterfly, sorry.
You've been creative and involved in many projects for 45 years. What makes you keep going? And where do you find the energy?
I've been always very energetic, positive. I have quite a good character. I'm never bored. I'm always doing something, and I love life. I think we are lucky to be alive, and that's it. And I enjoy as much as I can life. I have to go to La Fab to a place where I have my collection, to see it again, and make a sound telling the stories of all the pieces I'm showing. It's 150 pieces on 5,000. I like the show. I did it like a big collage because I know every piece of my collection. I bought the pieces myself to very often young artists. I have a self-portrait by Basquiat I bought in 1984. And then I met with him and we loved each other. And it was when he was in Paris, for his last show in Paris. Too bad.
Indeed, your love of art and the way you collect is very linked to your love for artists and your encounters with them. What is the common thread in your collection?
It was that pieces that move me. I know why it's there. I know why it's in the collection. I know the way it's going to be with that other piece. There is a thread between one piece to another. I can make very many different themes in my collection, but it's always touching things. I have a very eclectic taste, and I love many different periods. 18th century, I love 18th century. I was raised in Versailles, and here I have pieces from my grandmother from Versailles. So there's a mix with contemporary.
You have done so many things through those years. Is there something you still want to do?
I continue to design everything myself, and I love it. I love to design for men because I like men who are not too interested in fashion. So I make nice material things and cuts and easy clothes. And I love to design for men, and I'm always working on style androgenic between men and women, like workman clothes on girls. It's so beautiful because I always do this jacket, 3 pockets with a round collar. So it's more and more, we are all a little man and all a little woman. We are not so far from each other. We talk a lot about the genre now, but I don't mind the genre.
You are very generous. You are supporting a lot of causes, AIDS, environment, artists, and many other social causes. How do you choose them?
That makes me happy to share. Sharing is the best thing you can do in your life. I used to share pasta, when I had no money at all at the beginning. I had no money. I had 2 children. I was 21 and had 2 children of 2 twins. So I know what having no money is. So I'm happy I succeeded with my customers who loved Agnès B since now 40 years, I think, which is great. And the girls now and the young men, they dress Agnès B because it's like forever clothes. They are not dated.
You started modestly. Through several decades, you've witnessed or maybe lived several crises. What are the solutions for artists struggling in this time?
Yes, I know. And for artists, it's very hard. It's very hard. I am the president of the Amis des Beaux-Arts too, and we gave money to the residents of the Beaux-Arts. Some artists who needed money, we support the Beaux-Arts. I am the president of the group, so I'm happy to be able to do that. We make big dinners, charity dinners, but it works. And I love Les Beaux-Arts de Paris, and we have a great director, Jean de Loisy, a person I like very much. So I meet young artists always. I always meet young artists. It can be young from the streets, or from the Beaux-Arts, or people I meet, or galleries. But I love to show young artists' work. I know they need to be known and to sell, and because they love their work, and often they have to do another work to survive. So everything, I know their life, and I love them very much. And I'm never disappointed by the artists. I love their freedom too. Where we don't know they're going to be, they have to surprise. They can't do always the same things. They have to go further. And I love to watch their work. It shows something difficult to do, but if they have to do it, they have to do it. And I congratulate them for that.
Indeed, it can be difficult when you are a creative person. There is a lot of competition. You have built Agnès B in the 70s and never done advertising. Would it be possible to build it today?
If the journalists were completely free and could say, oh, this one has talent and we have to support her because we love her work, but it doesn't work like that anymore. I have been supported by Elle and Marie-Claire and Vogue. And it was incredible. I've been made by the press who appreciate so much my work. And now it's a little different. But internet is interesting. And I didn't do a show this year with men and women. It was supposed to be on 2nd of March. But I did images. I took the models, I dressed the models, and they move a little. We have a few different poses. It's nice. It's like a slideshow, men and women together. I did that, and I enjoyed doing it just before le confinement, instead of doing a show, which people are now saying that we shouldn't do a show, we should do differently. I've been making films with my clothes 10, 20 years ago already, because I thought these shows are anachronic. I thought 10 years ago already. All these people together waiting for hours and seeing 12 in a day. It's terrible to see all these shows. I never go to any shows. I never look at any shows. I never look at magazines. I want to keep my mind free.
Our show is coming to an end, but I still have just a few questions. One from our audience, and Maiko from Vancouver wants to know, what is your secret to make timeless pieces that stills a young girl heart as well as the one of an adult woman?
Like the snap cardigan. I did it 40 years ago, the snap cardigan. As long as you put this on you with old copper, it's black, and you look like from the 16th century. Some people, they are bald or long hair, and this color and the snaps, right away they look like from 16th century. And I love it. And the snap cardigan is a great success this year everywhere. In Japan, in Paris, in New York. It's something you don't have from anywhere else. It has to be good material, good cut. I work on the cut a lot because I want to try to kiss someone. Oh, you can't raise your arm. For instance, you see, when I do les essayages, I put people in life. I try to live with the clothes. We have to live with the clothes. And that's discomfort too, and the quality of the materials. And many clothes are made in France as much as we can. And I respect my customers. I want them to be happy. That's my fuel.
And last question, is there an artwork that speaks to you in this current time?
I'm thinking, I've been reading this poem by Emily Dickinson, this British poetess from the 19th century. I love what she says. She says, for instance, it's by thirst that you learn water. C'est par la soif qu'on apprend l'eau.
Thank you, Agnès. Would you like to add something before we say goodbye?
Enjoy life as much as you can. I know it's complicated, no? I know. But life is beautiful. C'est beau la vie.
That's a good conclusion to our talk. Agnès, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your love for art and artists.
Art must go on.
Thank you. And see you at the reopening of La Fab. Bye. Bye, Agnès.
Yes. À bientôt. Au revoir.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Art Goes On. If you like what you heard, feel free to follow and share the show on Apple, Google Podcast, Spotify, or on YouTube. Leave a rating or review to help people find the show. Thanks again.